Alright guys, and welcome back to Forever Forest TV here. Forde from Newcastle United has asked me to do a 5 reasons why Nottingham Forest can beat Newcastle on Friday night in front of the Sky Television. Reason number 1, we've recently started to pick up a little bit of form, especially away from home, obviously winning the last 2 away games, scoring 7 goals in the process, 5 of them without key man Britta Sombalonga. A reason to be positive, definitely around the City ground. Hopefully it means we improve. Obviously a big occasion against Newcastle United, a big team, so it means a big performance from the team. Reason number 2, we've been reasonably okay at home. I think Newcastle, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game for both teams, especially. Newcastle have come off two defeats, one in the Cup against Hull City the other night, especially and against 10 men, and they failed to beat them, and they lost at home to Blackburn Rovers, a very surprising result, but nothing surprising in the Championship in all honesty. So there's always a time to upset the apple cart, as you will. Reason number 3, we've got probably one of the best academy sides in the world. I'm as far to go in saying that at the moment we're producing players left, right and centre, and the core of that team is Ben Osborne at the moment and Joe Worrell. Osborne is playing immaculate, especially in this role where he's playing just behind the striker, whether it's Velios or a Britta Sombalonga. He's been magnificent. He's got the most assists in the league this season as well. He scored his first goal against Barnsley the other night in a header, surprising from such a small player, but he's a tireless midfielder, works ever so hard for the team, and he's just a good talent really, and one of our own, so brilliant to have. And moving on to Joe Worrell, who's come into a team which we're still leaking goals really, and we've been leaking goals like a sieve all season, but Joe Worrell seems to have come in and he's stepped right into that centre half position and took it as his own, and again another player that's one of our own, which is great to see. Reason number 4 that we're going to beat Newcastle United, I think Newcastle could be a little bit complacent. I expect Newcastle to have a lot of the ball. That's no worries for me, because we're primarily a counter-attacking side by the looks of it. But we get players forward. We flood the box at every opportunity, which is a worry in a sense against a team like Newcastle, because they could easily counter the counter, as you will, with their quality in the team. They've got a Premier League side, as you will, but this is a big occasion for us, I feel, and it's a time for players to not only step up but also to give the home supporters something to really get behind, especially as we've been so good away from home in the last 2 weeks. I think if we can get a really good home performance, especially going into Derby County the week after, I think this will be a massive boost for us. And reason number 5, I'm going to go back to what Danny said when we played Reading away and we lost 2-0 unfortunately. We're Nottingham Forest and we can beat anyone on our day. When we're starting to turn a corner, it's been fine margins in the last couple of weeks. We've only been losing by the odd goal or 2, and it's been like literally just we needed to be a bit more clinical, and we found that in the last 2 weeks, and we've beaten teams comfortably in the end. Barnsley was a bit of a trickier proposition. We struggled in the first half, but went in 3-2 up because we were so efficient with the ball and took our chances. In the second half, we'd really controlled the game, especially after they went down to 10 men. But we've got a good team, we've got a good squad on paper. If Britta Sombalonga is fit, it's touch and go whether he'll play, but he's definitely a key man for us in this game. If we can get 1 or 2 chances against Newcastle and they fall to him, you're almost guaranteed a goal out of him. He's probably the best striker in the league, which is very, very, very biased, but I do think obviously he's up against the likes of Dwight Gay or Jose Perez for that title, but Britta Sombalonga, I'll kid you not, he's a machine. So hopefully it all pays off. We're struggling for fitness and struggling with injuries at the moment. It's just always the case at Forest, but we're proceeding with this 3-5-2 sort of 3-5-1-1 formation, as you will. And we like to get players forward. We like to flood the box at the moment. We're scoring plenty of goals. I think we've scored more than Juventus and Man City and double of Derby County. But we've also conceded the same amount. So it's kind of one of those. This could either be a really high scoring game or Newcastle could really thump us. And I think if I'm honest, I think we might lose, and I won't be disappointed if we put in a really gutsy performance, but I would hope for a draw. I think if it's going to be a draw, I think it'll be 2-2, because I think we'll score but we also concede. So that's my prediction for this game. Forde, I hope you have a good game if you're coming up as well to Nottingham. It's all right for a Friday night, I suppose, as well, if you want to go out for a night out. But yeah, that's my 5 reasons. That's my prediction. That's our key men as well. If you've enjoyed the video, please do drop a like. Thanks, Forde, for having me on your channel. Please sure to check us out. We do some really good stuff. I hope we do good stuff anyway. But yeah, we'll see you soon. Come on, you Reds.